Alright, let's see if this is working. Alright, let's see if this is working. Yep, sounds good to me. A little bit of echo there, but that's alright. I'm in game right now. I'm going to cast a replay. This was last Saturday night, March the 3rd. And it's a very long game, so just stick with it. But it's very interesting. I love long games. I think when games go into a super late game, it gets really interesting about what players do. Anyways, with no more about it, let's start play. I am To Live and Die. This is a game in the Daywalker tournament that I host. It's for Platinum and Under players. Obviously, we have the orange Terran here in the upper right, and his name is Kamiccolo. Lower left, we have the blue Protoss. His name is Lukastev. And we have some chat going on between the players, as you can read in the middle of the screen there. Go ahead and close that. Actually, we're going to... sorry, everybody. Let me get to the action here. Let me get on Kamicolo's screen here. I am going to open my chat just in case someone's in here watching. There we go. Alright, so like I was saying, we have a Terran, we have a Protoss. The map is Shakuras Plateau, so anyone who knows, everyone should know what Shakuras Plateau is by now. I believe it was added in Season 3, or maybe even Season 2, way long ago, about, man, over a year ago now, probably. Anyways, this is a 4-player map. MLG, you are forced to spawn cross or only close by air. So obviously the Terran's here in the upper right, or he could have spawned down here in the lower right. This scout for Lukastev is coming over to this spawn location first, so he will spawn the Terran, but he will not get into the base because the Terran has already walled in. So no chance for this probe to get inside the base of the Terran player. Meanwhile, let's see the vision. Nope, no vision for the Terran yet. He has not sent a scout anywhere to scout where the Protoss is. So right now, Lukastev does know where the Terran is. He's going to hide his probe here behind this tree line. See, anything behind this tree line, like if you have a unit over here, then you are blind to what else is on the other side of this tree line. So this probe is hidden from other units walking in front of the tree line for now. And let's see what the Protoss is doing here. Protoss went gate, so no fast forge expand for the, or no fast forge period for the Protoss. He just put a pylon down, put a gate right here next to his Nexus, and he's getting a second gas at about 18. That's a fast second gas. So in the cybernetics course, so I'm expecting some maybe robo play, but I hate predicting. I'm never good at predicting because every time I try to predict, I get it wrong. So we'll just see what happens. We'll just commentate on what's happening and not what we think is going to happen. Anyways, we have the 2 gases for the Terran. That usually means 111. And there goes the factory down. He did put a tech lab on the barracks. Very interesting. So maybe this is not going to be a 111. He's getting a Marauder out of his barracks. In fact, he's queuing up another Marauder. So he's just going Marauders out of his barracks. He's getting the factory down. So a little you know, he's using his gas. Obviously, he has 2 gas. So we'll see what he does with the factory. Anyways, here comes the scout finally now for Kamiccolo, the Terran, the orange Terran. He gets into the base of the Protoss. He sees what's going on. He sees the second gateway went down now. Sentry is out. When you get that early sentry, that almost always means that the Protoss is going to get a robo. What we'll find out. Third gateway is down now. He is getting warp gate technology as we speak. Meanwhile, the stalker got all the way over to the natural of the Terran. He looks like he killed the SCV that was making this bunker at the top of the ramp, and these 2 Marauders said, "Hey, get out of here." So those Marauders would eat that stalker alive. So yeah, no need for the stalker to stick around. He wants to head back home. Probe is still hidden here behind the tree line. Meanwhile, the Terran needs to continue to making this bunker. Hello, there we go. SCV continue to make the bunker. Meanwhile, over here we have the the starport. So yes, we have a 1-1-1 for the Terran. He made Marauders instead of Marines, so he has 4 Marauders here at the top of the ramp to his natural. He's going to make another bunker at the top of his natural. Protoss. Here we have a robotics facility. So yes, a 3-gate robo for the Protoss. He has a little bit of an army moving across the map. He just wants to push out a little bit and do some harass as much as possible. He has a sentry, two zealots and a stalker, and another zealot that's going to make its way leisurely across the center of the map. And what do we have here? We have a 4 pylon. He warped in 3 more sentries, so we're going to have some force field action here. He's going to want to force field around these bunkers. Alright, he's going to want to force field around these bunkers so the SCVs cannot come in and repair, and then try to take out these bunkers as quickly as possible. But with the Marauders in the bunkers, it's going to be very hard for this army to do this. These Marauders rip apart gateway units of the Protoss. Down goes the command center for the Terran. Meanwhile, back in the base we have the 1-1-1 still going down. He is going to make a Banshee. Oop, nope, he cancels. He makes some Raven now. He was on Banshee. He's going to make the Raven. Sentry, look at the range from these sentries hitting these bunkers. That bunker goes down. This one's going to go down. He cancels the command center, and the Protoss has done what he wanted to do when he came over here. He did exactly the harassment that he wanted to with this forward pylon, and bingo. Now the Terran has to think about putting down another command center. He just canceled it so that he can make a bunch of units. So let's see what he queued up here. He has the Raven coming out. He has 2 Marauders coming out. That tank just came out, but he did not queue another tank yet on his factory. That's good, because he definitely wants to get this command center back up and running. He's building the bunker again. Alright, Protoss is expanding. He's getting his natural down. He is on 3 gates. There's the robo. He's getting a Immortal now out of the robotics facility. Does he have an observer? Yes, he does have an observer. I have to find that observer. Let's see. Do not see the observer anywhere. Okay, so we're not going to try to look for the observer just yet. Oh, there it is. It's right here on top of the natural. So he is going to know when the Terran is going to get a natural down again. You know, with the 1-1-1, you have the ability to just stick with the 1 base play for now, because you're able to pump out all kind of units. I mean, obviously you can pump out a tank, you can get a Raven like he did, and then you can get out all your Marauders out of the barracks. He is putting down another barracks. He's getting a command center, which is obviously going to be floated over here to the natural. No problem. Alright, so the Immortal's out. Here's the Immortal at the top of the ramp. There's a couple of sentries. There's some stalkers. He has the defense here just to force field this area and the ramp to stop the Terran from coming in. But with the the starport up, he will be able to get a Viking like he is, and Medivacs also later on. But the Viking will give him vision. The Raven also gives him vision, which he has right now on the observer. Down goes the observer. It's alright. The Protoss did get vision of everything that's in here. I mean, he's probably saw everything. In fact, let's just make sure. Let's look at the vision of the Protoss. And yes, he knows exactly what the Terran's up to. He knows about the command center. So no surprises here. This 4 pylon is still here that the Terran has not scouted yet. Alright, back in the Protoss base, 3 more gates went down. I'm sorry, 2 more gates went down. So he's on 5 gates in a robo. He has 2 Immortals now at the top of the ramp. 1, 2, 3, 4 Zealots, looks like. 3 sentries. That's good. He's not making any Stalkers. He's just making defense. This is what you call a defensive posture for the Protoss, because he has the 3 sentries here that'll force field this and not let any units up. Only until the Terran gets Medivacs will the Terran be able to elevator in. But now with the Banshees coming, he will be able to harass the back of the base of the Protoss when the Banshees come. Notice how the Protoss has Stalkers in the back of the base just for that reason. And with the observer here. So cloaked Banshees are not going to work for right now. In fact, no Banshees have come out yet, so can't see if cloak was even researched quite yet. Actually, there's a Banshee. No, cloak was not researched. In fact, you can click on the tech lab and find out it's not researched. So shows you how long it's been since I casted a game. Anyways, 3 bunkers now down at the top of the ramp of the Terran. big defensive posture. Look at the tanks up here, sieged. I mean, any army of the Protoss that comes into this area right here is just going to be obliterated. So no reason for the Protoss to push out. In fact, he's not looking to push out. He just has his units here at the top of the ramp to the natural. Although he should think about expanding. He is floating about 600 minerals right now, so the idea should be in the back of the Protoss's mind to expand. The Terran is expanding down to this lower right spawn location. I'm just checking out my frames here, my drop frames, make sure there's not too much lag going on. I see there was some drop frames. That's not good. It's all right now. Okay. Anyways, just checking around the map here. The Protoss does have the Zelnaga Tower, this northern Zelnaga Tower. We have a little bit of a fight going on here. Whoa! Marauder against Zealot. That's not good. Zealot's going to go down easily. It's always funny to watch a Marauder have to turn his body the whole way around just to fire those shells. Yep, he does have concussive cell research. He does not have shields, and he does not have stim researched yet. But why would you do that when you have the concussive shell to do all that damage from the Marauders? Here's the 2 Banshees now here. Alright, let's look at the Protoss base here. We have the 5 gates. We have, wow, double forge now here. Twilight Council is going to go down. So that means charge. Oh, maybe not. We'll see. Look, he has much more Stalkers than he had before. So he is getting a pretty sizable army here. We have a couple more pylons going down in the main base. His double forge is there. We're getting to Twilight Councils. Okay, so with Twilight Council, you're opening up a whole bunch of other upgrades. You're going to have Blink, you're going to have Charge, you're going to have the ability to put down Temple Archives or a Dark Shrine, and get all those upgrades also. So we'll see if he goes Blink or Charge. This army of the Terran is moving across the map, is going to go right toward the Zealot here. So the Protoss knows the Terran army is out in the middle of the map. The Protoss has to get his army ready. He has to be prepared for this. What he doesn't want is for these tanks to get siege in a good position, and he doesn't want the Marauders to get any kind of concave. So here we go. He's going to try to move in here as fast as possible. The Protoss did not have Blink, remember, so he cannot blink in here to catch these tanks off guard. In the meantime, did the tanks even have siege? The tanks have siege, but they did not siege up. And boom, down goes the Terran army, just like that. Remember, the Protoss is on 1-1. Now the Protoss is expanding here at the third, at his natural third. He has this northern Zelnaga Tower, so he will be able to tell if that Terran moves out. He has his observer here also in front of the Terran natural. Once the Terran gets this third base up and running, he's going to be just fine. He'll be sitting nice and pretty as far as income goes. In fact, he is behind in income, as you can see, so that third base is definitely going to help him income-wise. Weird to see the Terran so far behind on income at this stage of the game. This third base should be getting saturated 17 minutes into the game. Same thing with this third base for the Protoss. This third base for the Protoss should be getting saturated here. But nope, he's putting 3 gateways down at the top of the ramp here at this third base. Meanwhile, he's up to... Did he put down... Okay, so he's getting 3 more gateways up there, so he will be on 8 gates eventually here. He's all but mined out here at the main. He's nicely saturated here at the natural, and he needs to get probes. There it is. There's a train of probes right now at the third. Same thing with this Terran. Yes, there he goes. The mules come down. We should see this income start to skyrocket now for the Terran. In fact, go ahead of the Protoss in production, or I'm sorry, in income. Yep, there we go. Now the income is starting to level out, which is good for the Terran. He did not want to be behind the Protoss for an extended period of time, because look at this army for the Protoss. That is looking pretty mean. He has a Immortal Stalker, Immortal Stalker, Zealot army, and he has a Sentry in there somewhere. Warping in more units. Protoss is floating a lot of minerals. It'd be nice. Oh, okay, I see what he's doing. He's putting more pylons up here at the fourth. He's probably going to expand also up here. Probably put another nexus up here. He'll get some more gateways going on. You know, whatever else he wants. He's floating so many minerals. He's getting Blink right now. He's already researched Charge. He's going to have all his upgrades for his gateway units. Charge and blink. He does not have a Robo Bay down just yet. Guess he doesn't want it. Ah, there's the Templar Archives. And he's researching Storm. Okay, so Storm is being researched. Blink is being researched. You already had Charge researched. Meanwhile, the Terran is making Banshees and Marauders, and now a Thor is coming out. Hello, Thor, for the Terran. So he does have an armory down, obviously. Did not see where he put the armory. Oh, there it is. Okay, it's over there in his main. And so he has 3 Banshees here. He has a couple of tanks sieged, a couple of tanks sieged on the high ground, and the 3 bunkers, as you can see. Now, finally, his third base is getting saturated. His mules help a lot. Let's check out the income real quick again. We have 41 to 60. 41 to 60 in harvesters. And yeah, so that's how it goes here. This is obviously it's going to be a longer game. They're both playing for this macro type style. You know, get your armies maxed. Lukastev is about 20 from max. Kamiccolo is a little bit behind here. Check out the EPM. Terran doing about 70. Protoss doing about 59. A little bit more even on the APM. This is what happens when you have these big macro games. You just have to wait for the action to happen. The Protoss army now has shifted to the lower ground because obviously it cannot fit here in the high ground. Where's everybody going to stand on the high ground? But anyway, Storm is researched, so these High Templars are definitely going to come into play in this next engagement. Look at this. He still has not scouted this pylon. I mean, he can just warp in his units right here and do some major harassment to this gas, you would think, behind here. I mean, he could blink up on here on the high ground and stuff. Oh, well. Down, look at these Thors, man. We have 5 Thors standing here, all bunched together. There's no room here at this natural. That's just terrible. All right. Oh, whoa, whoa. What do we have here? Oh, look, the Banshees are in the 4th base of the Protoss. So now the Terran knows that the Protoss has a 4th base, which should tell you that the Terran should go make a 3rd base. Now but the Banshees are circling around, just scouting, it looks like, and whoa, the Protoss army got a little too close to the natural because those tanks up on the high ground just laid off some shells on those gateway units. Let's check out the upgrades for these units here. 3-3 now for the Protoss. 3-3. We are 0-0 for these. For the Thors, we're at 0s for the tanks. We're only at 0-1 for the Marauders. Oh my gosh, this charge is going to annihilate these bunkers with that much upgrades. These Immortals and Stalkers are going to do so much damage. There's some feedbacks. Look at the feedbacks going down. Oh my goodness. And these Thors, man, they do a lot of damage too. These Immortals are trying to do their best to do damage, but these Thors are taking care of business. Wow. Who says mech is not good? When you have 4 Thors that can just stand up on the high ground and just lay into gateway units like that, that was amazing. Well, the good thing about the toss is he's floating a lot of minerals. He has 4 bases. So, yeah. These Banshees are over here hiding out. Interesting. Maybe they were doing damage while I wasn't looking. Maybe they were over here attacking this 3rd base. I'm guessing they were while behind the back. I'm sorry if I missed all that, but if they were over there harassing this 3rd base and that's why these probes aren't here, then I apologize. He needs a transfer, whatever. Let's take a look at the. There it is. 23 workers killed now for the Terran. We have 67 army for the Protoss and 92 army for the Terran right now. Look at the income. Terran now is ahead on income, but the Protoss just went ahead and put his minerals into something. Look at these Thors. They're just marching across the field, marching across the map, right to the 3rd base. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Start attacking. There you go. Alright, so they turn around. They're trying to... The charge lots are going in. They're taking out 2. There goes 3. 3 Thors go down. 4 Thors go down. 5 Thors go down. He still has 5 standing there. 6 Thors go down. 4, 3, 3 to go. 1 to go. Can these 2 Immortals take out a Thor? Yes, they do. Wow. Alright, so now all the Thors were taken out. Look at the army tab now again. We have a 50-50, I'm sorry, a 61 army to 41 for the Protoss. Look at the units taken out. 130 units have been killed for the Terran, 60 for the Protoss. 26 workers now for the Terran. Terran has killed 26 workers. I guess while he's doing a harassment in front of the base, these Banshees are coming in into the back of the base and doing harassment. I'm sorry for not catching that. I have to keep track of that. Alright, meanwhile, Terran's on 3 bases. The Protoss is on 4, but actually it's more like 3 mining bases for the Protoss. So they're on even bases. No, actually it's 2 mining bases for the Terran. The Terran needs this 3rd base right here. He needs to get this 3rd base up and running ASAP if he wants to stay in this game with the Protoss. The Protoss can just macro up an army in a hurry. I mean, he has, what? How many gateways does he have? 1, 2, 3 here. He has 3 standing here. He has, 5 standing here. So that's 8, 11. That's 11 gates. I mean, he has every single upgrade you can imagine. Yep, all the upgrades are there for the Protoss. This is just a macro game. Meanwhile, in the Terran base, he's on 3 factories. 2 barracks. He has the 2 armories. There's an engineering base, all mined out at his main now. He's building another command center. Looks like he's going to float this right here, probably, you would think. Or maybe that's why he's moving here to his 3rd. Maybe he's going to float it over here to the 3rd base. Don't know. Oh, hold everything. We had some pylons being made in the 3rd base here. Now he's going to attack the pylons and kill them out. Where is this command center going to float? We're going to find out. It's not going to float there. It's not going to float there. Interesting. Okay. So he brought all of his units here to the high ground of this lower right spawn location, and we don't know where the command center is going just yet. Protoss just happy to stand here doing nothing. He's not pushing out. He doesn't want to run into a tank line, a siege line of tanks, I guess, from the Terran. He doesn't want to run into a Thor line, I guess. Where is he taking this? Oh, he's going to put down all the way over here. Interesting placement for this command center. Oh, I see. He's just going to make a wall. This is a wall, so he can't come in this way. But this is going to be taken out right now. This command center has like a 15-second life expectancy. Oh no. Well, at least he knows where the Protoss army is now. It's right here, blowing up the command center. Down goes the command center. Now the Terran knows exactly where the Protoss is. Look, he's building these barracks and he cancels them. Alright, so now the Terran at least has the high ground here. So if he just stay here on the high ground, he might have a chance to beat this Protoss army. But this Protoss member is on 3-3. The Thors are on 2-2. The tanks are on 2-2. And he's down to 3. He's down to 4 Thors here. These tanks are doing a good job behind these Thors. Down goes another Thor. He's down to 1 Thor, down to 2 tanks, and these tanks are going to go. No, he's going to land a Viking. Try to attack. Oh, and the Immortals just one-shot the Viking on the ground. Here comes the Medivacs. Hello, Medivacs. And those 4 Marines take out that Immortal. That one-shot the Viking. Very interesting. Here's a 5th base for the Protoss now. That command center being destroyed was not good for the Terran. The Terran is starving now. As you can see, income-wise, he is not doing good at all. He's behind the Protoss now in income, albeit not by very much. Oh, I don't have the production tab up. I'm very sorry. Alright, so we're still making Thors, we're still making Vikings for the Terran, and we're making 2 Immortals at a time now for the Protoss. He has 2 robotics facilities here, as you can see. Here's the Protoss army here. It's Immortal Zealot Stalker. Little death ball going on here. Ooh, here's the observer outside the natural of the Terran, so the observer will see everything that comes his way. SCV is going to scout around the map. He's going to find a zealot here, and the SCV dies. So at least the Terran knows that the Protoss has the Xel'Naga Tower. Ugh. Long game, guys. Alright. Meanwhile, remember these 4 Banshees are sitting here at the very edge of the map. I don't even know if the Terran remembers that they're there, but these 3 Stalkers, that's why these 3 Stalkers are standing here. Because if those Banshees come out of nowhere to attack this third, that at least they'll be there. They do not have Cloak, FYI. Alright, there's another gas going down for the Protoss. He does not have a gas here at this base just yet. And he's marching across the middle of the map with his force. Can he hold it off? Can the Terran hold this off yet again? He tried to be aggressive. He tried to walk into the third base of the Protoss and failed. In fact, he failed twice, right? His first army was taken out, and his second army was taken out. Actually, no, the Protoss wanted to come up in the Terran. I forget. Anyways, the battle ensues right here at the natural of the Terran. Down goes some storms. These SCVs back to repair the Thors. And this time the Protoss has to turn away because the Thors... Ooh, the Thors are on 2-3 now. And he's going to chase. Where's he going to go? Where's the Terran going to go? He's going to march across the map? Oh, I see what's going on. He's being repaired. The SCVs are repairing the Thors. This Terran needs to get another... Oh, okay, here's 3 command centers. He's going to float. So good. He can put them at all these different locations. Look at this. I love how he's going to wall off. See how he's going to wall off here? He's going to put one here, and... Very interesting. Probably make them in the planetary fortresses. And then... whatever, I don't know what he's going to do with that one. We'll see what he does with that one. But these are just to wall off. This is just to create choke points. It's very, very cool. Oh no, look at the Zealots. The Zealots warped in. They're coming down here. There's nothing here, though. They're going to find nothing. This is mined out. Look at the income for the Terran. He's not mining, really. Now this command center is going to come down here. That's right. Alright, and are these planetary fortresses? Yes, they're going to turn into planetary fortresses. Very, very interesting play by the Terran here. Meanwhile, so anyways, we saw the... Okay, so the force of the Terran, the army of the Terran came up to take care of the Zealots. He's probably pretty glad that the Protoss didn't decide just to go into his main and start wreaking havoc, because that would have been bad, since he just took his whole force to take care of some Zealots, which... weren't going to do anything anyways because the Terran wasn't mining down here. So now he has this mining base, his regular third mining base is nicely saturated with mules, and now he's going to have this mining base going. So right now he's at up to almost 2,000 in income. Protoss has been there the entire time. Protoss is maxed again, and he's going to start floating minerals once he gets maxed. So he will be able to, he will have the minerals to re-max his army, whereas a Terran will not. Terran is not even maxed yet, he's only 136 over 194, but those 2 bases are going to help immensely in this battle. But the Protoss right now just wants to gather his strength. He wants to attack when he wants to, because he is able to attack when he wants to right now. The thing is, with these planetary fortresses here, creating this choke. See how it's a wall? It's a wall from all the way down here, the whole way up here, and the only way into the Terran base now is if he goes around this way. See, down through this choke area here. So he can go up all the way around that Xel'Naga Tower and come down through here and try to go behind the Terran army. The Terran knows this. The Terran should probably think about taking this Xel'Naga Tower and then making sure that he can see where that Protoss army is going. But anyway, well, what's going to happen is Protoss is going to walk right into this Terran. Oh, actually, let's see if you can see this. Okay, he knows where the Terran army is. So he knew that he has to go up around the top to get behind this Terran army. But no, the Protoss decides, okay, I'm just going to go right into the front of this Terran army, no sweat. Wow, we got to see that. Wow, the planetary fortress goes down. I think this army of the Terran is going to go down, guys. Maybe. Here goes some reinforcements. They couldn't have come any sooner, could they? Wow, and with those reinforcements, he was able to take out that Protoss army. Oh, High Templar goes down. Okay, so we're at 134 to 112 in favor of the Protoss. The Terran was able to hold off that last push from the Protoss. Now, can the Terran expand again? That's the question. Can he make another command center somewhere and float it to like this expansion right here? We're going to find out. I guess the Protoss probably didn't think about the Terran having a base down here, and probably expected to be up here somewhere, or at this base. Notice no one has taken the 6 o'clock location or the 12 o'clock location yet. In fact, the rocks have not been taken out at either base, either of those expansions so far. He's going to put down double command center. It's like double PFs going down now. Triple PF's going to go up for the Terran. He's going to create even more of a choke and try to keep this Protoss from coming into his side of the of the map. My goodness. Remember, we're all maxed out on upgrades for the toss. He's at 3-3. I mean, he has. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4 robotics facilities are down now. He's making 2 more down here at the base of his at the bottom of his main base. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He has 8 gateways up here at the top left spawn location. Remember, these Banshees are still back here, just waiting for their turn to come and play. They're like, we want to play. And these Stalkers are back here just guarding. So funny. Alright. High Templars, Stalkers, Immortals, Zealots. That's the army that's going to come into this army, which is Thors, Marines, Marauders, and you would think SCVs are in there somewhere. I can't see. But maybe not. Oh, there's a nice storm right on top of the Terran army. Oh, a nice one. That wasn't as good. That wasn't. Oh, no, he's missing. He's missing with the storms. So now the Terran has to turn around. He cannot let this Protoss get into his main. If the Protoss can push to the Terran's main, then you know the game is over. So this is it right here. If the Protoss can push past this Terran army, then this. And it doesn't look like it, guys. There's those reinforcing Thors. What's coming here? A Banshee's coming over here. And I was watching the Banshees in the left-hand side of the map, and they did not move. So there was not harassment from those Banshees while this engagement was going on. I have a feeling if these Banshees were more mobile and doing harassment, that maybe this Protoss would like kind of be scared, or a little bit more scared about what's going on the map. Okay, so the Protoss is on 2 mining bases, essentially. He has a couple of minerals here. And the Terran's going to be on this mining base and this mining base. So that's 2 bases for the Terran. Look at the income. Yeah, the Protoss is still ahead on the income. Let's look at the units killed here. 31 now for the Protoss and 27 for the Terran. And let's look at the army, 118 to 112. So, you know what, guys? It's still even. This is just one of those games, you know, you throw each other's army at each other, trying to do as much damage as you can. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Again, the command center goes down here. Again, the command center is going here. Each time the Protoss has come into this engagement, he's had to kill off these planetary fortresses. It's such a good idea from the Terran. Man, what else can I say? Terran has not tried to make any more of those barracks. Remember, he tried to make barracks here in the middle of the map, and he did not try to make any more. He's on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 barracks in his main. He's on those 3 factories. What's he got going down here? Nothing down here. No buildings down here. He's just got a command center down here. So that's all the Terran is on. And remember, we saw a whole boatload of gateways for the Protoss in its base, and he's maxed out on all of his upgrades. I mean, unless he puts down a Robo Bay or something, he starts getting Colossus. You know, I mean, there's not much else the TOS can do except what he's making. I mean, you know, Immortals, High Templar, Stalkers, and Zealots against this powerful Thor army, who are now 3-3. They're only 2-3, rather 3-3. Marines are only on 2-2. Oh, and this time when the Protoss pushes out, the command centers weren't even done. They weren't even made into planetary fortresses. So they go down. There's the battle. Uh-oh. This time the Immortals look pretty strong here, guys. Another Thor goes down. Can he get another one down? Oh, wow, and the Terran... Terran again is able to withhold that push from the Protoss. And again, he's going to try to make these planetary fortresses. Unbelievable. You know, it is... I gotta say, this Terran is making me laugh. He's just content. He's just intent on making these... Whoa, did you see those glitches? Whoa, interesting. Anyways. Alright, so oh, this base is almost mined out now for the Protoss. This base is this is the real good base here for the Protoss he's mining from. Look at the income. Now the Terran, look, the Terran has the upper hand on the income now at this late stage of the game. Gathering up another army, the same army as he had before. Just look at the army tab here, 102 to 88 this time. Can these Thors do it again? Can they hold off this Protoss push? Unbelievable, guys. It's like they're not going to be planetary fortresses because it takes a long time for a planetary fortress to come up. You want that extra firepower from the planetary fortress. Yeah, and he can't walk through that choke. Look at that. The Zealots walk right single file into that choke, and they're just leveled. All right, so one of the planetary fortresses, or I'm sorry, one of the command centers go down. This command center goes down again. Ooh, he can come in here and attack these SCVs this time. Ah, and they run away just in time. This command center is going to go down. Wow. Okay, he cancels this command center, so now he has the resources to start producing units. I think he needs way more production facilities than this. He should have like barracks the whole way down through here. This command center is going to go down. Those SCVs are being killed right there. And now the Protoss is in a very, very good position. He has map control. He can expand anywhere. In fact, he does have his probes here, so he can expand down here. Look! And his command center is floating over here to see if he can expand. And nope, the Nexus goes down, so he cannot expand there. The Terran army is forced to retreat back into his main. Man, this is just, you know, one of those situations where you just are trying to yell at the Terran to make barracks all through here, all through this area to create a choke. Like build them right in here, build them right in here, make your little choke area at the bottom of this ramp, and force the Protoss to come into those buildings and kill those buildings first. And then you would have had the production to max your army faster. Look, now the command center had to float away. Oh, this Protoss is just going to starve out this Terran. This Terran doesn't have any mining going on whatsoever right now. If you look at the income, it's 0 for the Terran. This spells the end. This is how the Terran's going to end the game, being starved. Protoss is 190. His army, as you notice, isn't as big as the Terran. You know why? Because the Terran doesn't have any SCVs. He was able to use all of his money to make fighting units. Aha! Found those charged zealots in the back of the third base of the Terran. And now the Terran has to go attack the Protoss. There's nothing else that he can do. He has to find a way to get an expansion somewhere, and that means he has to move out onto the map and find it. And which means that if the Protoss finds him out on the map, and the Protoss decides to engage, that whatever damage the Protoss does, the Terran's going to have that much less, you know, as in fighting units, and that's just how much more behind the Terran's going to get. So here he goes. He's going to go down to this Zelnaga Tower, get some vision of the map. He's going to float his command center down here and hopefully get some mining going. He does have just enough minerals to create some SCVs, and he's going to have another command center over here. So he will be able to pull down mules and get some mining going. Then he needs to build some production facilities because look at those feedbacks. I think he just fed back every single one of these doors. Okay, so basically the army of the Terran, if you look at the army tab, it's still bigger than the Protoss. It's because the Protoss has probes, which these SCVs were attacking here. So we'll be able to come and take this Nexus out, which doesn't hurt the Protoss one bit, because now he has this space here, and he has this space that's going to mine here. So see how he's moving his probes to those two bases? That's fine. The Protoss says, that's fine, you can take those bases. I didn't mind that anyways. Okay, now he's going to come into this base. Now, this is what's going to hurt the Protoss when he comes in here and takes out this base. That's going to hurt the Protoss a little bit as far as income goes. And there's the income for you. Now that the Terran can pull down mules, look at his income skyrocket. Did he get some SCVs made? No, he's just using mules. Yep, just using mules right now. Okay. Got some chat going. I guess I was talking to the people because this game took so long that I was worried that it wasn't even being played at all. Alright, this Banshee's going to give these Thors vision up on the high ground. And now that the Terran is mining again, look, see his production now is coming down this ramp. All his buildings in the main are now making units. It's going to make this make it harder for this Protoss to end the game. If the Protoss, like I said, if the Protoss was able to do more, more damage that last conflict that we saw, the last engagement, that would have been just even more harder for the Terran to try to come back. But it seesaws back and forth. You did your best to starve out this Terran, and he just has this gigantic army. Look at all these Thors. He has these Marines down here. Here's the Toss gathering his army here at the bottom of his ramp of his natural. What he wants to do is get this base and this base. Once he does that, I think the game's over. But now the pendulum has swung into the other hand. These two armies are going to just circle around each other and try to find each other. Meanwhile, the Protoss now has to figure out where he's going to mine. Remember what the Terran was in just a few minutes ago? The Terran was wondering where he was going to mine. He tried floating his command center over here, and it was blocked. So one of these engagements is going to put one of these two players ahead for good. Look at those feedbacks. Alright, this time the force of the Terran, the force of the Protoss was able to wipe out the force of the Terran, the army of the Terran, and that spells doom. Because look at the production facilities of the Terran. He only has these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 barracks, these 3 factories. That's no way that's enough to counter what the Protoss can do. Protoss isn't mining right now, but if he was mining, he wouldn't, would be able to macro out an army faster. But see, the Terran isn't able to macro out an army as fast enough to deal with just what the Protoss has here. And I can't talk right now for some reason. So anyways, here comes the Protoss, and he's going to push up into the main. And this is when I think the game is going to end, because once the push gets close enough to the main, the units are not going to come out of these production facilities fast enough to counter what this Protoss has here. I mean, come on, we're talking about 11 Immortals. And that was the game, guys, and that's a long TVP. Alright, hope everyone enjoyed it, and I will see everyone next time.